Eddie of Eddie's Reef Aquarium. Today's weekly video is the first year anniversary on the Future 40 or Nuvo 40. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to pan through different areas of the tank, and I'm going to show you what's been happening with the corals, if I've changed them or not, the new acquisitions that I've gotten in corals. So let's take a deep dive on this video. Okay, so here we are in front of the tank, and we're on the lower middle portion of the tank. If you follow me, you will know that on this rock, this center rock, I'm leaving it and I'm reserving it for suantes. So that's why I've been putting corals there, but then I go ahead and I relocate them to other areas of the tank. So when it comes to that center rock, there's nothing that's happening there yet. But now let's go ahead and pan to the left. Okay, now here, as you see, I have the clove polyps. The clove polyps, I went ahead on my previous videos, and like I said, that I don't want them really to colonize on different parts of the rock. So what I've done is I got a little piece of rubble of the Pucani rocks, and I did a video, as you must be aware, on my previous videos, where I selected from 4 rocks what rock I think would be appropriate to actually take off from the plug, the clove polyps, and then glue them here. And that's what I've actually done. So I've placed this on this corner for now, and see how it populates and it colonizes on this rock, so it would be like a little island. Now from this middle rock as a center focus point, now let's go to the right. And then here, back here, as you notice, the Acans are doing great. I got it, of course, nothing but worldwide corals, and it was 2 heads. Well, if I could bring the camera closer, you would notice that on the bottom side of it, right there, is full of little heads on the front and on the back. So it's going to be, it already is a lovely piece, but it's going to be huge. There's heads and heads that are coming out. When it comes to the Recordia, it's doing great. It has expanded a little bigger. It has grown a bit on the back, far way back there. Okay, those are one of the little frags at Worldwide Coral that you get for $5. I got that a while back, and I decided just to put it there. Like on the other side, I have another $5 frag. Now up here, let me move the camera a little. Okay, this war coral was just a little plug, to be honest with you. And look at it now. It's cascading up towards that rock and around here down. It's doing phenomenal. It's doing fantastic. Okay, now using this as a focal point and then panning up. These corals, I've had them for quite a while. This one here was one of my first high-end corals at Worldwide Corals that I got. Again, it was a little plug. It's a family of the brain coral, and as you notice, it has started to cascade towards the right. Now this one down here, that was another $5 frag. It was 2 little heads, and look how it's growing. Now here, on the center shot that I have now, the bird's nest. Bird's nest, I had placed it on the substrate to acclimate. I waited like 3 weeks, and then I placed it on the left-hand side of the tank, middle to upper. But apparently, the lights was too much, and it actually lost color. It turned out to be like brownish. So I went ahead, I did some adjustments on the lights, which I'm going to tell you shortly, and I brought it down. Then I brought it up again now to this area, and if you notice, on the tips is starting to color up. So that's a phenomenal indicator that all the parameters and everything is doing great and that the coral's happy. Towards the top right hand side, of course, the candy cane. These candy canes are from the 9 gallon. It was a little frag that I went ahead. I fragged that one, which looks like a bouquet of flowers, and I had it on the substrate. But then I decided to glue it there, and it's started to multiply. It's doing great. And now here, the Montipora Digi, also at Worldwide Corals. I purchased it. This coral hasn't grown. How could I put this? The plug, when I got it, the plug was covered with the expansion of the actual coral. Now lately I've noticed that on the back side of the plug, like down here, like let's say right there, if I was to shoot on the side a video or a picture, you'll notice that it's starting to cascade the growth. So it will eventually encrust. Not too much movement on this coral when it comes to growth. I still have the two little sticks coming out. Nothing has developed. It's the same so far. And now moving along. Okay, that coral in the center, now there has been some dramatic changes with that coral. That's also SPS, and that coral was just like an encrusting little type of coral. What has happened is that if you look closely, it's actually growing up. So I don't know if you can see it, but right there's like a tip, and it's actually, it looks to me like if it's going to start to elongate and shoot up. Okay, now here in the middle of this shot, that main coral was not as configured as before. It was like a little smaller, and it has taken a shape where it's like elongating itself towards the side. The Spongotus right next to it, there it's got new heads coming out there and on the back. And my first acro, the green slimer, Acropora, is doing phenomenal. I had it on the substrate for a few weeks, and I decided to put it there because these corals, as you must be aware, they need a lot of light. Okay, and moving on. This little coral you see down here, okay, that also was a $5 frag. Again, it wasn't that size. That coral, I'll admit, I've been moving it around here and there until I found a sweet spot where it's very happy, and there's a lot of heads that have come out. Also, I got it from Worldwide Corals. And that coral, even during the day, you pass by the tank and you look at it, and it's got its feelers out feeding. Back there, the Duncan. That Duncan Coral, again, is a frag from my 9 gallon. It was 3 heads. It's still 3 heads. I haven't found any other addition of heads. But so far, it's got 3 heads. And it's nice to look at because the MP10, as you notice, is on the left-hand side. So when the MP10 is like wrapping down and up and all that, you can see the effects like you're watching right now as we speak. The Lobo was also on the 9 gallon, and I've been moving it around. I had it first, if you follow me, you'll notice that I had it here. I moved it from the 9 to this one, and I had it on the substrate. Then I moved it around and moved it around, and I have found this spot, and it's doing great. It's doing phenomenal. Can't complain. And then going down, this is the Monty Red Cap that I had on the 9-gallon, and I just got a little piece. The little piece was actually this here, to be honest with you. It was just that. It was just this. If you follow my finger, it was just that. And all of a sudden, then it grew down, that little lip you see there, and it manifested here and there. And it keeps growing. And here you have a complete shot of the tank, how it looks presently as of today, October the 2nd, 2019. Of course, as you notice, when it comes to fish, I haven't paid too much attention in the addition of fish. I still have the 2 blue-green chromis. That's what I have presently to give a movement on the tank, and also for the biological filtration when I started the cycling process. But sure enough, I'm planning on getting a flame angel, yellow tang, of course, and some other fish, and a couple of signature clownfish. Well, there it is. I hope you enjoyed the video, the first year anniversary of the Fusion or Nuvo 40. So I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, hit the thumbs up, subscribe to my channel, and next to it there's a little bell. Hit that bell. That'll be, you'll activate the notification button. So every time I upload a video, which is weekly, you'll be the first ones to actually get notified that Eddie's Reef Aquaria uploaded a video. And like I say at the end of all of my videos, happy reefing. Thank you very much, and have a wonderful day.